is Natasha, and welcome to Only in Your Mind. On my channel, I do tons of character makeups, so if you have a chance, please go check out the other makeups. I have tons of Disney makeups and other makeups from other movies and TV shows as well, so please check those makeups out. But this week, I did a requested makeup of Simba from the Lion King. I'll put the person who requested this makeup somewhere around here, and you guys keep watching to see how I did this makeup. For this makeup and most of my other makeups, I always wear a strapless dress. And I'm starting off this face paint, doing a rough draft of Simba's face on my face using orange face paint. To do this makeup, I found a reference photo of Simba online. Now that I have his features mapped out on my face, I'm going to use this Paradise light pink to create his nose, and I just extended that right past my own nose. For the mouth and all the other light fur on Simba's face and body, I'll be using a mixture of colors, which is tan from Paradise and mixed with a little bit of white. And I'm going to paint that color past Simba's nose, above my upper lip, my chin, but I'm going to leave my lips not painted just yet because I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing his mouth as of now. Plus, I always like to leave the mouth not done just in case I need to get a drink, and that would be one of my last things to do. For his main fur color, I will be using a mixture of colors, which is orange and yellow from Paradise. Like in all my other videos, I always tell everyone the products that I'm using to do my makeups, and I will also place those products in my description box below. And let's not forget the cute little fur that Simba has sticking up at the top of his head. Now I'm going to work on doing some ears for Simba, and I'm using this foam sheet that I got from Walmart, and I'm basically trying to trace out as big as I want it and then cutting it out, and then I'm going to flip it on the opposite side and do the other ear, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so I had to end up using acrylic paint on that foam sheet instead of my face paint. So while that is drying, because it's acrylic paint, it'll take a little bit more time to dry. I'm going to get back to doing my face. Well, let me correct myself. I guess I'm not really getting back to painting my face. I will be painting Simba's body. And I'm using that same light mixture of fur that I used for his mouth area for the middle of his chest, and then for the sides I will be using that same orangish yellowish paint that I mixed up and do the sides of his body. Now it's time to work on his eyes, and you know, I've always had issues with working on characters' eyes on top of my eyes, but I think I found a kind of cool method where I use something that's circle shaped, which is perfect, like a cap or something from my spray bottle, and I'm going to paint that and then stamp it on my eyes, and it really does help with the circles. I've used this method in so many of my makeups lately. I'm really pleased with it. And now for Simba's eyeballs. I'll be using some yellow for the outer area of Simba's eyes, and then for his teeth, I'm going to place them on the top and bottom of my lips, and I'm using Paradise White. And then for inside of his mouth, I'm using a red paint from Paradise to create his tongue. Now I'm going to jump back into creating Simba's eyes, and I'm using orange from Paradise, and I'm just going to create a circle in this area here, and I'm going to leave the middle exposed because I'm going to put black in there. I also filled in right under my eyebrows and right above his eyes with the same mixture that I did for the fur, which is that orange and yellow color. So now this is one of my favorite parts of doing any makeups, and it is when I do the outlining of the character, because it actually starts looking better and better when you outline. And one good thing about this makeup was I was able to leave my eyebrows and use them as part of the makeup, which was pretty cool because I didn't have to block out them. So now I'm going to work on under Simba's eyes and his nostril area. And for under the eyes, I'm going to create like a fat V. And I'm going to close my eyes and try to get the line as low as I can. So when I do close my eyes, you'll actually see that black line. And then for his nostrils, I'll come back to this later because I wasn't sure how low I wanted to create his nostrils. I'm also going to trace that little tuft of hair that we did earlier, and then I'm going to take that line not all the way down to the other black line on the side of his face, because that's where I'm going to place his ears. And I'm going to do some whiskers, which I almost forgot to do. So here are his whiskers, and I think I did 3 on one side, and I'm not sure if I did 4 or 3 on the other side. Oh, and in the photo he had 4 and 3 on one side, because I know somebody's probably going to mention that in the comments below. But yes, I could not fit 4 because I didn't think it was going to look right, so that's why I decided not to do 4. And I'm using that same black that I've been using to outline his eyeballs, and then to do the dot in the middle of his eye. And I'm using Cameleon black for all the outlining and for that dot. After looking at my Simba, I decided that I was going to go ahead and make the light fur even lighter. So in all of those areas, I just mixed up another batch of face paint that was a little bit lighter. And he also had some of that light fur under his eyes, which you couldn't tell earlier because it kind of just faded into the paint, but I'm making it even brighter now. I added some more lines for some more fur on his head, a white dot in the middle of his eyes with Paradise White, and then I finished up his nostril and I extended that down for a bigger nostril. Now it's time to do those ears. I used some spirit gum on the sides of my head, and then I tapped that out to get it sticky, and then I stuck those ears on. So to help the foam piece and the makeup look good together, I created some black lines from the foam piece to my makeup. So while I'm creating those lines and darkening out the background of this makeup, I also did change one thing. I added a neck because I didn't want Simba to have a floating head. So I would like to thank you guys for sitting back and watching me do this Simba makeup. It was so awesome. I really enjoyed it, and thank you again to the person who suggested it. So you guys are amazing, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you guys for watching me do this makeup of Simba from the Lion King. And if you like this makeup, please give me a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.